This is Ariel Kita Hamosmos, and for today's video is quite different. It's because I am going to introduce myself since I am a transferee, or this is a material needed in the ED403, which is the speech and oral communication for teachers of Mom Roulette. We are going to introduce ourselves in front, or we're making this video to introduce ourselves more. Since I'm a transferee from Norso Shatan down to Norso Main 1, so I think it's a prerequisite for me to introduce myself more. First is that I was born on June 27, 2002 in Zamboanga Negros Oriental. I was raised in Shatan Negros Oriental, but I was born in Zamboanga Negros Oriental. I am the eldest and the breadwinner of the family. The fact that one of the reasons why I transfer here from Norso Main 1 is because of I have to provide the finances of my brother since he go to college, and I have to provide the needs and wants of my family. So I'm the eldest, so expected that I carried, and I am the second parent of my siblings. And I graduated top of my class. Not to brag, I was with honor in elementary, a with honor in the secondary, a first honorable mention in the senior high. Then I was a dance lister in the first year and the second year college. So I am a family-centered and God-fearing, as everyone knows, and I am surrounded by huge expectations. Since I graduated top of my class, expected that people, my relatives, are expecting too much from me, and I feel so down when I failed and when I go to college 5 years. So some of my relatives don't know the reason, or don't know the background, or don't know that I'm going to take this course 5 years because of it might be so hard for me. It's because of the expectations, but I know the fact that later on they will understand how hard taking this course. And my goal is to have a business, which is the poultry farming and the piggery business, since when I was a kid. I love arguments. I'm doing argumentative essay. I love doing debates with other people, especially with their claims in life. So especially when it comes to social issues. My favorite story is the cadaver. It's a story which is I found when I was in second year college. This was we are tasked to give a something that's a reflection, and I found out that it's very good because it talks about how our status in life affects people, especially when it comes to we live something that the part of life is cut in half. There's a poor and there's a rich, and the rich people are given the chance, or they're given the opportunities, unlimited opportunities. On the other hand, the poor people are given limited opportunities. So I have two best quote: do your best, you only get one shot. So in every activities, in every competition, I only did my best because I know that it only happens for once. And my second best quote I have is sometimes the happiest person is the saddest. So do not judge the happiest person because you do not know the story behind it. So I think it's a very powerful way to have a person who behind those failures, behind those setbacks, he remained smiling, laughing, and carrying those torch of neglect and failures. So I am that kind of person, and I think that it best describes me. So Next one is I have the red flags. I am comfort with vulnerability, encouragement of growth, consistent communication, genuine apologies, and positive attitude. I am outspoken and I am straightforward. But what makes me red flag is that I am impatient. I hate waiting, and I am outspoken. I am need for alone time, which is a hypocrisy for me. It's because of I love speaking a lot of people at the same time. I need to be alone. I'm very easy to attach when it comes to relationship. I easily get attached to people who are giving me mixed signals or are giving me butterflies on my stomach, and I'm not afraid to disagree. Fact, even if my teacher, I am not afraid to disagree. Even if you're going to fail me, it's okay. What makes it important is I speak what I want to speak, and I think it's a red flag for me. So my favorite hobbies are I love singing, I love dancing. Actually, I'm a Kabilin dancer in Norso Shatin, and I love watching horror. I love pageantry. The fact that I'm a former Mr. Shatin, Mr. Norso Shatin 2022. Since when I was a kid, I joined pageantry, and this year I'm representing municipality of Shatin and in Bacolod City, which is the Mr. Grand Negros Island region. So hope you are going to support me. And I love motivational speaking, and I'm a motivational speaker, and I love Senate hearing. So I think it's one of the biggest factor of having me is I love arguments and I love Senate hearing. So moving on is who am I as a teacher? I'm a communicator, a listener, a role model, a supporter, a confidence booster, a guardian of equity, a humorist, and aspiring speaker. So you as a teacher, you are not just the one who teach, but also you are the one who guide and facilitate with your students. You are going to communicate what is best to communicate. You're going to listen, decide both sides. You're going to be a role model. That is why you have to wear proper uniforms. You have to be clean so that, and you have to post different I think posting social media so that your students also might see your characteristics very well. You are supporting, of course. Your students might face mistakes and trials in life, so you have to be supportive. Confidence booster for those who don't have the self-confidence, who don't have the self-trust, and who always have the self-doubts. So you have to give them the energy that they need. A humorist, since I love jokes, and of course I'm an inspiring speaker. Okay, so we were tasked to give a CMO 75 series of 2017 and should have the learning outcome, which is we are going to choose two. So first one is to use technology in facilitating language learning and teaching. So in this modern world, we are using what is efficient and what is adaptable in our end, which is the use of technology. That is why in our previous subject we are having this how to use technology in teaching and learning for students. That is technology 1 and technology 2, if I'm not mistaken. So in this part, you are going to implement technology in learning and teaching for students so that there's an effective way and to that very convenient way. This approach can include utilizing language learning apps, online platforms, virtual classrooms, and multimedia resources such as videos, podcasts, and interactive exercises. This started when the COVID-19 strikes in our country. So this is where technology happens very useful. The next one is inspire students and colleagues to lead relevant and transformative changes to improve learning and teaching language and literature. So this also falls in the use of technology and how to improve or how to have a change when it comes to learning and teaching language and literature to have an effective way to teach students in a better way. So it encourages them to think creatively and critically about how learning and teaching can be improved. Okay, next one is who am I as a communicator? Since one of the goals of having this course, the speech and oral communication for teachers, is to be an effective communicator for students. Given my leadership positions as SSG president when I was in senior high school and I'm a barangay counselor, I probably have strong communication skills, especially in formal and public settings. My roles suggest that I am persuasive, able to present ideas clearly, and skilled at listening to different perspectives. However, sometimes I feel less confident in my personal life. This contrast can suggest a duality in my communication style, confident and assertive in leadership roles, especially if I have the strengths and have the weaknesses. So presenting to you my strengths and weaknesses. I'm confident and I have a strong body language. I have a very calm under pressure and persuasiveness, the audience awareness. So it's given the fact that I am confident when it comes to speaking skills or speaking in the broad audience. I have the body language which it persuade audience to become, so that you are in a center, or so that they will listen you effectively. And of course, you have to fight your pressure and you have to persuade them. But what makes me low is I have stage fright. I think it's important for us, and I think it's normal. I am very fearful of criticism, especially of negative feedbacks. But as I go along with my journey as a teacher, it helps me learn for improvements. It's for growth and it's for development. I think it's a stepping stone towards growth. And use of fillers like you stop second, just a second. So I think that is one of my weaknesses. Okay, moving forward is hold on. The tips that I'm going to give to everyone who has the stage fright or who is less confident when it comes to public speaking is practice regularly, engage with your audience, and be authentic and passionate. So practice until you make it, because you will never go into a very pro communicator, but you have to practice and engage with your audience. Of course, you have to become communicative in order for you to persuade them with your story or with how you communicate. And be authentic and passionate. Do not give so much bombarded on yourself, but of course you have to touch with your audience and be aware of your or to check the background of your audience. And lastly is the expectations with this class. Learning techniques to speak confidently and clearly in front of the class. I know that Miss Mamrulette will help us. And of course, as we go along, we have the strategies and how to engage students, or how to maintain our attention, and how to participate encouragingly and work effectively with the group projects and active class discussions and presentations. So I think that's what are my expectations and who am I as a person, as a teacher, as a communicator. And I would hope that as we go along with this subject, we will learn so much, and we will be a great communicator in the future. Thank you. Have a good one.